If you ever wanted to know what Clerks the Animated Series would look like as a video game, here it is. While at first glance this game might just seem like a Katamari-like that replaced the rolling ball with a perpetually growing sinkhole, it distances itself from that series mechanically while embracing the comedy of slacker movies. Also, puns. So many puns. As always, I'm Alex, and this is First 5, where I ask if games are worth your time, not your money. I played a game for 5 hours, and I'm going to tell you if those were 5 hours well spent. And today, we're ruining the neighborhood with a hole of holding in Donut County. Though, I have to follow that up with the disclaimer that I actually only played Donut County for an hour and a half. That's about how long it takes to see the credits, and there's not much reason to go back for a second playthrough. I see you all already running for the hills, but hold up, don't hit that X button, and stay a while and listen, because that one playthrough was actually pretty good. As I said in the cold open, Donut County's plot is pretty standard buddy slacker fare a la Clerks or something in that vein. Your two main characters are BK, a Weasley raccoon, and Mira, who plays straight man to BK's unapologetic scheming. The two donut shop workers are stuck in a colossal cavern, along with the entirety of their town, thanks to BK's reckless pursuit of a fancy quadrocopter. And from that setup, it follows your standard arc of the slacker pair being snarky with each other and commenting on everyone else's lives, then eventually going off to save the town by breaking stuff and snarking off to authority. There's a few other things going on under the hood, including how the app that creates the holes ties into the story and raccoon gentrification, of all things, but the main narrative thrust is this buddy slacker duo's character arc. Mechanically, Donut County is inevitably going to get compared to the Katamari series, since its main mechanic uses the same basic concept of eating small objects to grow and start picking up bigger objects. But honestly, that's not really a fair comparison. Katamari has these big open levels with hundreds of objects to roll up. Donut County presents a series of linearly structured mini-levels with only a dozen or so objects in each area. It's little 2-minute segments that are popcorn to Katamari's full meal. It can't even compete. So it doesn't try to. While Donut County might not be the Katamari-like of your dreams, I don't think it's really trying to be either. Instead, it's more of a light puzzle game. While you're vacuuming up all the little bricks and tufts of grass to grow your hole, you always find a few objects out of your reach. Like in this level, where you have to suck up the river to reveal the fish inside, but the hole can only hold so much water, so you have to drain it by taking it over to a bird and letting it drink it all. And then a later level expands on the mechanic by requiring you to operate a log flume ride by filling the hole with water and spraying it upwards to spin a water wheel. It's all really simple stuff, but it gives the game some desperately needed substance and variety, so it's a good addition. The entire game is cleanly divided into two very different acts. The first gets us up to speed with what's going on. Each chapter is devoted to a single townsperson that BK has harassed with the hole, first giving us some banter to establish the character, then giving you a level where you play out said harassment and gobble up the townsperson along with everything they own. The levels themselves are divided into carefully laid out individual sections. You start on one screen, and once you've cleared it of everything edible, Donut County sends you along to the next section where objects are a little bigger and you're the perfect size to start working up through them. And you continue like this, getting progressively bigger each screen until your shenanigans start causing real mayhem, things start exploding, and you start swallowing entire houses. The whole process only takes like 5 minutes at the absolute most, even with those aforementioned puzzles to slow you down for a few seconds, and then it's on to the next level. To be honest, Donut County's first half didn't really grip me. Outside of BK and Mira, each character only gets about 5 minutes of face time each, and none of their personalities immediately grabbed me. And while the gameplay itself is perfectly competent, and at times even charming, it's also pretty simple to breeze through. Put another way, it's all easy to digest, but not particularly nourishing. Luckily, all of that just feels like setup for Donut County's final half hour, which is where the game completely breaks its established rhythm and really comes into its own. The narrative completely shifts gears as BK and Mira get to the town-saving part, while the gameplay takes all the different mechanics you've learned from earlier levels and mashes them together into multi-step environmental puzzles that are a bit more involved and rewarding. I don't want to risk spoiling significant segments of an already short game, so I'll leave it at that. But suffice to say, Donut County's ending is an almost entirely different game, but it's also undeniably built on the foundation the first half so painstakingly sets up, and feels like when the game fully embraces what makes it its own unique entity and not just a subpar Katamari-like. In short, the payoff is worth it. Which brings us to our verdict. You'll easily make it through Donut County in 5 hours with time to spare, and what you get is a competent but unmemorable setup leading to a really engaging final act. And when considered as a complete package, I think it's a quality game, even if it's not going to be on any Game of the Year lists. That said, seeing as I didn't even play it for 5 hours, I'm obviously not going to play it for more, either. Donut County is simple, breezy, and yes, fun. It's bite-sized and easily digestible, but unlike many other bite-sized and easily digestible things, it isn't also easily forgettable thanks to its conclusion. Ultimately, this one's worth looking at. Hey! Do you believe that your time is the most valuable thing you have? Do you want to find more games that respect that time? This channel is all about finding games that don't pad themselves and can be completed in a reasonable amount of time. So if that sounds appealing to you, then consider hitting that subscribe button. But regardless, thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you all next week.